Hello. So I've been doing a lot of research lately on the flat earth, of course, and I stumbled across something huge. It's like a gold mine of archives from the Library of Congress. They have this sick website called Chronicling America, I believe. I'm going to put the link in the description below, and everybody just needs to see this for themselves. You could type in a keyword and you can search for anything like the flat earth. So this is what I did, and they have like 200 years of archives in their database, something like that. I'll show you the exact dates up here on the screen, and hopefully I'm going to share these all with you and you can see some of the ones that I found that are super cool that I downloaded. You can actually download them in a high resolution from the site, similar to that of the NASA archive. So everybody needs to just go use the internet. I mean, it's endless what you can find out there. I can't even go through all this myself. So please, people, check this out and find anything you can, post about it, and yes, just add to the list that I'm going to have for you guys today. It's actually kind of scary because you could just search for the keyword that you're looking for in these newspapers, and you could just see how many pages. There's literally hundreds of pages and thousands of results where flat earth is said or flattened earth were used, in a close enough proximity that they'll show you it. Sometimes it doesn't really match up to flat earth, but like 98% of the time it matches up with just straight up flat earth. And it really kind of shocked me because, well, let me just say, in the articles they're mentioning flat earth, mostly in a way that a lot of the times is how they use it today, where they'll compare flat earthers with something else that's really outlandish or something that they don't want you to believe, like climate change. They don't want you to think that's fake, so they'll say climate denier, change deniers, and the flat earthers. And then, well, in these newspapers from like early 1900s, late 1800s, they're mentioning flat earth in the same way, and they're kind of using it in a really interesting way, and I'm going to show you a lot of cool examples. It's so amazing that you could just see all of this here on your computer. Just wow, yeah. So another really cool thing is that they're mentioning Zion City a lot, and apparently these schools were around still in the early 1900s where they were teaching flat earth. So it's really fucking strange and bizarre that, the media right now is like attacking flat earth and just saying it's so fucking crazy, outlandish. You should probably, go back to first grade, or you should probably read a science textbook, or you should listen to like Neil deGrasse Tyson. Meanwhile, there were schools teaching the flat earth 100 years ago. So that's not that long ago. And, you know, they're always saying like it's 500 years ago, like when Columbus sailed the seas. And a lot of people say that they didn't use Columbus to see if the world was a globe or not, or flat or not. And I have proof here that shows you that is not the case. They did use Columbus and his name, at least, to say to the public in these news articles that he found out the earth wasn't flat because he went around the world with his sailboat. And, you know, us flat earthers, we all know that this can easily be answered by just going in a big circle around the continents. You could create the same travel, you know, same circumnavigation as you would on the globe that's imaginary. You could just easily sail that flat on the ocean that's always flat in a circle. So you don't have to be going around the globe. You could just be sailing around the land. And that's exactly what he did. Unfortunately, you know, this was a major turning point in people's consciousness where people really believed that the earth was no longer flat. And I think a lot of people really did believe the flat earth for much longer than they want you to know. And it's really interesting that they even have this online because, you know, this is just on such a credible website where how can they deny that flat earth should be being talked about in a serious manner when this was a subject that was taught in schools 100 years ago. Alright, so I really hope you guys check this out for yourselves and just see how many references there are to the flat earth and, you know, the ways that they use it to try to brainwash the masses. And they successfully did. They really, really successfully brainwashed, you know, our parents' you know, great grandparents. They were really the ones who were possibly could have been flat earthers if it wasn't silenced in the way that it was. Everyone could have known, but it turns out that we have an evil government who has motives that we don't exactly understand, but we just know that they don't want us to know the truth, and they know that if we do, that they've lost their power. So everybody needs to realize this truth for themselves. You know, everyone, it's going to take a different amount of time, but I can't stress enough how much information is out there that still has yet to be found. And it's just something that is really mind-boggling. And yeah, please comment. Feel free to share anything you want to share with me from this huge database that I'm going to share with you in the link down below again. And also type in other words. I've been trying out things like gravity or things like heliocentric, geocentric, and things having to do with space. And you'll see, you know, hundreds of results for all of these words. And it's just a really good source of information and a really good way to, you know, stick it to the man. I think this is like a website, the Library of Congress. Are you fucking kidding me? You're not scanning through what you're putting on the internet. Just please, let's expose these fuckers right now. I'm really just sick of it. I'm done. And I just hope I wake up tomorrow and everyone knows it's flat. Peace, guys. Please subscribe.